afternoon, everybody. Doreen from Door Designs. Welcome to day 4 of the 12 days of Christmas. And on today's tutorial, I'm going to be designing with this drum. We're going to be doing a centerpiece. The drum came from Hobby Lobby, I think a year or two ago. So I did not purchase this recently. We're going to add to it this Nutcracker. So this is what the design is going to start out with. The Nutcracker did come from Hobby Lobby. It was $22, so I paid probably about $11 for it because I got it at half off. I wanted to show you though, I just got this container at Dollar General for $5, and isn't that cute? So I'm going to be doing an arrangement in this one also, just on a different video. So if you want to do a Nutcracker, yeah, $5 at Dollar General. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And you guys know that I just used this floral foam. I filled in the bottom. I used my glue and just glued it all in nice and tight. You can use styrofoam. You can use cracks and gaps. You can use whatever you feel comfortable with. I just like the floral foam because it goes through so easy with the picks and the stems. And I know this will be displayed inside somebody's house, not outside. I do not use this if I know that the design is going to be going outside. So let's go ahead. And I'm going to glue in my Nutcracker. So I want him nice and right there in the center. So I'm just going to dip him in my electric skillet, which I have Gorilla Glue in it, melted at about 325. A lot of people ask where I got my electric skillet. I got it at Walmart many years ago. But it works great, and it doesn't look very good, but gets the job done. So I'm just going to let that dry for a couple of seconds here. So we've got him right there in the middle. And I'm just going to start filling it in with some greenery. And I pulled all different kinds of greenery, and I'm going to use this dark greenery with some bells on it. So let's just go ahead and start filling it in. Okay, the first bush that I'm using is this one that's got some different eucalyptus, it's got some different pines, and it's all pretty much frosted. I got this one from a wholesaler, but you can really use any greenery you want. Yep, nice and tight. So I'm going to use a little bit of the longer one because I want to fill it in and kind of hang it over the side. I am going to take most of the pine cones off. I'm not going to throw them away. I'll use them somewhere else, but I don't want really pine cones in this design. So we're just going to kind of go around. And I'm going to do my first pieces of greenery, one on each side and then front and back. You don't have to, but it just kind of keeps your design a little even. I'm going to move this out of my way here. There we go. Now I'm taking each stem and I'm cutting them down a little bit because they're so long. I don't want it hanging to where it covers up a large part of the drum here. I'm saving these little pieces because I'll use them for fillers. Okay, so we got our first pieces of greenery in. So let's go back around and kind of fill it in. bend that down a little bit. Got my house all done. I'm ready for Thanksgiving. I've got the groceries all bought. Well, almost. I gotta make one more quick trip. I got family starting to come in tonight. So I thought I better get this video done before too many people show up. Okay, I'm gonna put one more piece, no, two more pieces on the back side of it, and then we'll switch to a different filler. And one more piece. Okay, so you can see how nice and full it looks all the way around. So the next filler I'm going to use is this one right here. So kind of a little fern. It's got a little bit of a frost, but not as heavy of a shine as our first one. I'm going to cut each piece in half. And we're just going to go back around and start filling it in. We're going to put a nice pretty bow on this guy here. So as you can see, I'm just going around and filling it in. Don't be afraid to use greenery. You already have. Just a couple more pieces of that. I hope you guys are starting to get more comfortable trying your own centerpieces. I've done several. They're a lot of fun to do. And once you kind of get over the fear or discomfort of doing one, it just kind of all falls together. I hope you don't hear that water running in the background. That's my dishwasher going. I apologize if you do. I thought it was done when I started my video. Oops. Okay, so let's kind of check it. It looks pretty full. Okay, so we've got two different types of greenery in it, and I want you to notice how they both have just about the same colors in them. So I want to kind of break it up and add a third color in the greenery, and this is where this darker one's going to come in. We're going to cut a few pieces and stick them in here. See how you can see the darker piece? We're going to put some more of those in and kind of break it up. The bells kind of add a nice little Christmas magic touch to them. And I want you to notice I'm putting some up a little higher and some down a little bit lower. I'm going to add a few more pieces. I want some longer pieces. And this greenery I have had for a while with the bells on it. And I think I got it at Randolph Mercantile, which is a local store here. And I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. Okay, look how nice and pretty it looks. I'm gonna bring it closer with that dark green. See how it just kind of breaks up that lighter green that we had? I just kind of like how it added a little more to it. Okay, I'm gonna add just a couple more pieces of some of the longer ones real quick. I want a couple more pieces hanging over the edge, and you may not be able to see it, but I can see it here. There we go. I'm going to do a post where I want you guys to post all of your centerpieces and stuff that you have done since started to watch 12 Days of Christmas. Okay, so we have, I think, just about all the greenery I'm going to use. I might use a few smaller pieces to fill in, but let's go ahead and make our bow. So I'm going to put our little nutcracker aside here. Move my pine cones out of the way. Okay, I'm going to use for my ribbon, I'm going to use some gold. Get it over here real quick. I'm going to use some solid gold. And then I'm going to use a deep navy blue velvet with a gold trim. And that's for the blue. Whoops, I'll move it over a little bit. That's for the blue in his jacket. And then we're going to put a smaller loop on top, the red with a green. So let's get our little bow going here. This ribbon came from Craft Outlet. And I'm just going to do a real simple bow. Just do my loops and twist. And I think on the gold, I'm going to do 4 loops, 2 on each side. So what I'm going to do is after I make my bow, I kind of place it a little bit to see if it's the right size, if my loops are too long or not long enough. And this one looks pretty good because I want it to be nice and full in front. And by the time I take it all the way down in my floral foam, I'm going to lose some of the height. So let's do that one. And then we're going to do our deep navy. I love these velvet ribbons. The navy is a fair silk ribbon, so it's a little more expensive. But there's times you just need to splurge when doing some of your designs. And then let's do our red. And I'm just doing the same thing with all the ribbons. Just loop and twist, and turn it, and loop and twist. Okay, I'm gonna get a stem here. And this came off a pick. And I saved those because I'm going to make a little hook out of it, and that's what I'm going to attach my bow to. Although this one's a little stiff. Bending it down. So I'm going to make a little hook out of it. Okay, so let's arrange our ribbon. We're going to zip tie it. You can use a pipe cleaner, you can use wire. I just like the zip ties. Nice and tight. Okay, so I'm just going to take my hook right over the center of my bow and go straight on down into the floral foam. Get some glue. All the way down. I'm cutting this a little bit shorter because I want this hook to go all the way to almost the bottom of the design, and it was too long at the end, so now it should go all the way down. There we go. Okay, let me get this arranged just real quick, and I'll turn it around. Wait till you see it with the bow in it. It's really pretty. See how pretty it is with the bow? I'm going to turn that light a little bit so you can see better. There you go. Okay, I think I'm going to add a bell or a little ornament or something right down in the center of the bow. For all my really small ornaments, I keep them separated in a little tub here. All different colors. So that way, when you want one, you can go right to it, and you don't have to search all over the place. But there's a red one. I'm just playing if I want red, green, or gold. And I think I'm going to go with the gold. I also keep a tub just like this for bells. Okay, we're just going to take it, put a little glue at the end, drop it in there, and look how cute that looks. See how that gold just kind of accents it? Okay, I'm going to try one more thing. I may or may not keep them in there. But I have some red velvet leaves that I just want to see what they look like. It may be too much for the design, but you know, we won't know until we try. So I'm just going to pull one off here, and let's see what it looks like. Because I pulled some red velvet and then I pulled some gold leaves. So let's just see. There it is with the red. And then here it is with some gold. So let's just play around. And this is what I encourage you to do, is kind of step out there and try different things and see what you like. There's the gold and there's the red. I know you all are going to think I'm crazy, but I kind of like them both in there. So I might just add a couple of pieces to each one. Not a lot. And I'm going to tuck it way down in there. Because I want the gold to be an accent and not a main focal piece. You gotta make the Nutcracker fancy. And you'll notice I'm making him pretty all the way around. Back a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna add red leaf. But I'm going to use my pick machine because I don't have enough of a stem to really glue it in. So it's just going to kind of pinch the end of it. And that gold, or that velvet leaf, just kind of blends in with the velvet of the bow. I'm bending my leaves around. I don't want them just to be straight. Okay, one more red leaf, and I think we'll be done, guys. Remember, all these little added touches is what takes your design kind of over the top or to the next step. That makes your design unique. Fix his little cape here, little robe. Okay, I think we're done. So let me move some of the stuff out of the way for you real quick. And here he is, and I'll hold him up for you. Nice and full. It's got such bright, rich colors with the red velvet and the navy blue velvet. The red velvet leaves really add to it, and then those gold leaves just kind of make it pop and kind of brings out the gold in the ribbon. So another centerpiece for the holiday done, and I really do encourage you to get your own centerpieces, start playing around with them. If you have questions, I love it when you guys are sending me questions to help you with your centerpieces or give you ideas. Nothing makes me feel better than having you guys reach out to me and stuff. I kind of feel that's why I'm doing this, so I can help anybody out there that wants to, you know, whether it's for your business or whether it's just for your own hobby in your own home to decorate. It's all fun. So have a wonderful evening, and we'll be back tomorrow with day 5. Take care. Bye-bye.